Welcome to Screen Blast Repeat. In this video, we're going to be looking at the best of 2025. The specific category here is actually going to be three genres: post-metal, sludge metal, doom metal, and the best that came out in 2025. And it's no secret that we enjoy the slower forms of heavy guitar music at Screen Blast Repeat. We created this accolade last year after excluding post-metal from the avant-garde category. That made us think, what about sludge metal and doom metal? Well, post-metal is grandiose and experimental, some might even say pretentious. Sludge is aggressive, atonal and bass heavy. Doom metal has a bigger focus on traditional forms of melody and singing, but can also incorporate death metal. All three are perfect for the long-form album. These are the 7 records that immersed us in 2025. At number 7, we're going to start in Sweden with some psychedelic doom metal. The band is Cavern Deep with their album Part 3, The Bodiless, released on the 9th of May 2025 via Bonebag Records, Majestic Mountain Records. Doom metal like this, unafraid of being oppressive in its relentless, down-tempo assault, never feels like an oppressive listening experience. That's because it has a transformative effect on a conceptual and musical level if you surrender your anxieties and let it take control. This is serious art that can clench the jaw of anybody in need of a detox from the banalities of everyday life. Verdict? 8 out of 10. At number 6, we're going to England for the band Adder, and this is for some post-metal with elements of hardcore in it. The album is called We Fail to Love Ourselves, released on the 29th of August 2025, and it's a self-release. So this LP will make your head droop and will lower your shoulders, yet it'll also exhilarate you. One of the few minor weaknesses of post-metal is its indifference to imaginative riffing. Not here. Adder's Axemen enjoy their Machine Head as much as their Cult of Lunar albums. Simple down-picking movements in the title track alternate with doom chords and intricate tremolo weaving. But, of course, the force of this music will always be the way it seeks catharsis through the expulsion of hysteria from the body and the mind. Verdict? 8 out of 10. At number 5, we have the German post-metal band Lowheaven with their album Causes, released on the 24th of January 2025 via Argonauta Records. So Lowheaven like to remind the listener that their first love is heavy guitar music. The title track presents you with the opening lick and signals that it'll transform into a heavier and angrier riff when emotions shift. We'd be overjoyed if Tool explored something like this, although you can discover an album by the ocean if you want a precedent. You'd assume this band had perfected this sound on previous albums, which makes it even more impressive for a debut full-length recording. Verdict? 8 out of 10. At number 4, we're going to the United States for the melodic death doom giants November's Doom with their album Major Arcana, released on the 19th of September via Prophecy Productions. Every gothic metal and death doom artist from America lives in the shadow of Typo Negative, but November's Doom deserve more respect than that. They have their own sound. You could thrash an acre of corn under the majesty of this empowering music if you embrace the fearlessness and shake off the anxiety of the future. After all, any one of us could die tomorrow. Verdict? You guessed it, 8 out of 10. At number 3, we're going to Sheffield for the post-black metal band Baal with their album The Fine Line Between Heaven and Here, released on the 18th of July via Road to Masochist Records. The alternation between black metal annihilation and crunchy doom metal is the efficient secret of this album. Despite the exhilarating tempo of these songs, Baal are never in a rush. Post-black metal is sometimes guilty of focusing the superhuman elements on the hiss of the vocals and not enough on the power of the guitars and the crisp presence of the drum kit. This album avoids these flaws. Verdict? Of course it's an 8 out of 10. At number 2, we have perhaps the most progressive album on this list. We're talking about the American sludge doom experimentalists Rwake with their comeback album The Return of Magic, released on the 14th of March 2025 via Relapse Records. There's always a heroic rock element to the action here. That's what makes it a pleasure to absorb. The six stringers in this band love the extravagant possibilities of their instruments. Baroness and Mastodon come to mind, but this group existed before both of these titans. You've no idea where the riffs will take you, but you know they won't be repeated too often. This is a band pushing their abilities as far as they can go by relying on the strength of their imagination and the endurance of their passion. Verdict? You guessed it, 8 out of 10. Which brings us to the number one record of 2025 in the post-metal sludge doom category. Drum roll please. For number one, we're going to Canada, and the winner is Lowheaven with their album Ritual Decay, released via Monarch Heavy Records on the 29th of August 2025. Lowheaven find it easy to extricate themselves from the bleak landscapes and into autumn meadows, but they always return to the former like an owl to the trees. With so much anger and desperation comes the possibility of confusion. The listener will sometimes grimace under the weight of the instruments. But we'll need more art like this when AI interlopes into the musical ecosystem and demeans the things we value for their authenticity and integrity. Verdict? 8 out of 10. Congratulations to Lowheaven for bagging the number one spot. Let's also look at some of the albums that nearly made this list. These are the honourable mentions, and we start with Crossbringer with their album Helismus Eternus, Paradise Lost, Ascension, Finnish band Suniva with their record Hypostasis, English post-metal band The Grey with their album Kodok, and English progressive post-metal band Ren with their album Black Rain Falls. Thank you for watching this video. Remember to subscribe to the Screen Blast Repeat YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook, and we will see you in the next one. Take care.